Collective, this is Debs, and of course we're here for your TGIF for Friday, the 20th of Feb, 2026. Thank you so much for being here, guys. It is so appreciated. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And we are going to be delving into the deck to figure out what may be happening for a group of you over this period of time. If you guys want a private reading, my website link is down below. All the decks are listed, and the link is there to join the channel if you're interested in membership. So guys, the deck that I'm using is the Prometheus deck, and we're going to be starting off with the sign of Aries. So Archangel Michael, what do we have for my lovely Aries, please? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Friday the 20th of Feb, heading into the weekend and into a new week. What do we have for Aries, please? Thank you, Michael. Okay. I'm seeing somebody waltzing, but Michael is showing me their feet. They are they're sidestepping. Aries, are you trying to sidestep an issue? Or do you feel that somebody is sort of sliding away from you? Let's see what's going on, people. Let's see what's going on, guys. Really strange vision. I just saw this couple's feet. Oh my goodness. Okay, Aries. Ooh, 10 of Cups. So Aries, you are thinking about the 10 of Cups, or you may be in a 10 of Cups situation with someone that you love. You could be thinking of family at this time. Okay, 5 of Swords. Aries, what's going on here? Sabotaging a family situation, 8 of Swords. In your head about the King of Pentacles. Okay, Justice. All right. Wow. Aries. I feel as if, guys, I've got to be honest. I feel as if you may have sabotaged a family situation. You might have taken a course of action that you regretted looking back. And guys, everyone makes mistakes. You've been in your head about this. Can I possibly mend this? Maybe with a King of Pentacles. The problem is the King of Pentacles wants justice. If you're married, he may be saying, no, sorry, Aries, this is done. We are divorcing. If this is you in a living together situation, he may be seeking some kind of justice for himself. Okay. The Lovers. All right. There was a lover situation here, Aries. Gemini energy. Temperance. You have tempered your desire for a lover, Aries. You've backed off from a lover. The lover could, if not be a Gemini, they could have been a Sag. Okay, 2 of Cups. Wow. Okay, Aries, this was a challenge for you. This was a challenge for you guys because you fell in love with a third party. Yeah. And you, I think, Aries, were hoping to develop this connection and leave your partner for a new life. The problem was your partner found out about this and called you out. How could you sabotage our family situation? How could you do this, Aries? I'm very upset. I don't know whether or not children are involved. He may have talked to you about the kids. You know, the kids are going to be absolutely beside themselves with upset, Aries. And so I feel you agreed, after a lot of thinking, to pull away from your lover, to temper your passions. Although, Aries, you know you're in love with this lover of yours, you know that you want to be with him and you are dreaming of a new life. But for now, Aries, I think you are just pulling back, and I feel as if you want to let the dust settle. 8 of Cups. Six of Wands. Aries, you were dreaming of victory and success by walking away from your King of Pentacles to be with somebody else. But you're now finding yourself standing at crossroads. Because I feel your king is talking to you about money. Okay, Aries, you fell in love. These things happen. You want to be with this individual, but what are we going to do financially? I mean, can we afford to divorce? How is a divorce going to affect our kids? He's getting real with you, Aries. To be honest, he's getting real with you. Yeah. We need to think about our kids, right? If we divorce, there's going to be a lot of money lost in divorce fees. Might be needing to sell the family home, divide the proceeds. He's talking to you about children here. And what you're realizing, Aries, is he's right. And even though you are in love with this person, you want to be with this person, you are thinking of the financial aspects of divorce. So guys, underneath the deck we have Knight of Cups. I feel, Aries, your lover said to you, I want to be with you. You know, let's make this happen. But you have been holding back from him. I feel I'm connecting with a female Aries, okay? Because of the past, because of children. And you're thinking, Aries, the kids are going to be so heartbroken. You may be thinking of a Pisces in particular. You may have a child who's a Pisces, or with the energy of the Hangman, you are deciding to keep yourself in the situation, in the marriage, in the partnership, because you're realizing, Aries, the enormity of what you were about to do. There's a lot of money at stake with a Wheel of Fortune. And even though you may feel that it is destiny that you walk into the sunset with your lover, you're holding back from making a firm decision. It's as if you're realizing that this isn't just going to affect your partner, it's going to affect maybe children as well. And you're getting real with the situation and real with yourself. Okay? Underneath that is the Page of Swords. You may feel that a child is aware of an affair situation already. It could be one of your children spied on you, figuring out that something was going on. And you're worried, oh my gosh, has one of my children found out? They may have called you out, Aries. Page of Swords, they may have called you out already. And this particular child may have got very upset. You may have two children. The Page of Coins can be another child. So, Aries, let's see what the angels have to say. Archangel Michael, what's the guidance from the angels for Aries? Thank you, Michael. Ask for help from others. They're asking you to seek guidance from somebody that you trust. I need your advice. You know, what would you do in my situation? Compromise. Okay. Okay. Aries, I feel as if you are potentially thinking of reaching some kind of compromise with your partner. Okay, says Aries, if you do not want to divorce, then maybe we could organise that we go our separate ways, maybe legal separation. You may be even going to counselling, Aries. You might, for some of you, be deciding you need to patch up your marriage. And if that's the case, I feel your King of Pentacles would agree to keeping hold of the legal contract, which is the marriage. He's a little bit cold. He's a little bit annoyed about this. He's hanging on to the financial stability of the marriage. And Aries, I think you're upset because deep down you really wanted to be with your lover and leave your King of Pentacles. But both of you are being incredibly practical now in the situation. And it might simply be because of money. It might be because of kids. Okay, Aries? So that is what we have for you. Have a really good weekend, guys. And we're now moving to the sign of Taurus. So, my beautiful Taurians, are you ready? I hope you guys have had a wonderful week. I hope you got a lovely weekend planned. So, Archangel Michael, what do we have for my lovely Taurians? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Friday, the 20th of Feb, heading into the weekend and into a new week. What do we have for my lovely Taurians? Thank you, Michael. I'm hearing a dime a dozen. Oh, just a dime a dozen. As in plenty more fish in the sea. Or, oh, there's lots to choose from. Okay, dime a dozen. How weird. Okay. Knight of Cups. You could be thinking of a water sign, or you could be wanting, Taurus, to tell someone how you feel. This could be a declaration of love. Nine of Swords. All right, Taurus. Wow, Five of Wands. In your head, internal conflict about an apology. Maybe, or a child. Wheel of Fortune. Eight of Coins. Five of Coins. The Sun. Okay. The King of Wands. All right. Taurus, I feel as if for the Knight of Cups, you may be thinking of a water sign. There could be a younger water sign. You care about someone deeply. You may worry that they're in their head. They're really stressed out. They're in internal conflict. You may feel as if you want to move towards this person to say, I do care about you. I'm sorry you've been in your head about this. You may want to apologize for something, Taurus. You may want to apologize for moving forward into a new cycle. What you're saying to this person is, I want to work on the situation with you. I don't want you to feel left out in the cold, because Taurus, this person might have become enlightened that at a distance you are having major issues with a King of Wands. Now, if the King of Wands is your partner, he could very well be a Leo, okay? It may well be, Taurus, that this is someone who's very upset, feeling that something was happening at a distance. And if it was, Taurus, what you're realizing is, I or we have to tell the truth to this person. If you are in a couple situation and, for instance, Taurus, your partner cheated, okay, this could be one of your parents very worried about the marriage going under. They might have heard gossip on the grapevine that you and your partner were having issues, and they may be very, very stressed out. So you may want to go and see one of your parents to say, actually, you know, unfortunately, things aren't going well. I became enlightened about issues with my King of Wands, and it's been very difficult. I'm sorry that we've left you in the dark, but it was a private situation, you know. This could be you, Taurus, wanting to, in the nicest sense, come clean to a child of yours, right? Two of Swords. Wow. Knight of Coins. What you plan on saying to whomever this is, Taurus, is, we are working on the connection, or I am working on the situation. We are not splitting. Neither of us are thinking about committing to a third party. That is not going to happen, right? The Death card. There could have been issues here with a Scorpio. Somebody might have had a fling with a Scorpio, but that might have ended. The Chariot, okay. Cancerian energy there. The Hangman, all right. Yeah, Taurus, somebody is really stuck in their head, absolutely convinced that there was an affair situation that happened. Whoever this person is very stressed out. Oh my God, Mum, you know, you had an affair on Dad. Or, oh my gosh, Dad cheated on you, Mum. Why Is nobody telling me the truth? What is really going on? I'm stressing out. Whoever this person is could be very intuitive, or whoever this person is might have heard a rumor on the grapevine and they are in their head very worried about this. So Taurus, you're going to approach this person and say, there were issues in the relationship. There were, but we are working on these issues. Don't worry, Two of Swords, Knight of Coins, nobody is going to commit to a third party. We are hoping to transform the situation for victory and success. And with the energy of the Hangman, you may be communicating with a Pisces, Taurus, or it may well be with a Hangman, you are simply saying to this person, you've basically got the wrong end of the stick, or we want you to see this differently. This is not the end of our marriage. We are not going to go through divorce. No one here is heading off with a third party. There were issues, sure, and you may keep those issues under your hat. But you want somebody to be aware, Taurus, that nothing major is going to happen. You're basically putting somebody's mind at rest, okay? Underneath the deck, we have Temperance, Sagittarian energy. You are hoping to put this person's mind at rest, that everything's nice and calm. Three of Wands, right? This is somebody who lives at a distance. Nine of Pentacles. Page of Coins. Okay, Taurus. The reason why someone here felt that you might be heading into a divorce situation with your partner is, if this is a child, we've got a Page of Cups here. It may well be, Taurus, that you tempered giving someone a wish come true financially, which would put them into the energy of the Nine of Pentacles. This could be something like early inheritance. Instead, Taurus, you gave them one little pentacle. And I think this person's got all up in their head, oh my gosh, that is why mum and dad are being super frugal with their money, because they're about to go through a divorce. This is someone who's been overthinking, overanalyzing everything, and they've been really stressed out. Yeah. They felt, Taurus, behind the scenes, you were being very careful with your finances, which you may not have been previously, because you were about to head into divorce. And I think this person was feeling all screwed up and angry about the situation at a distance. Well, not only did you not bother to tell me, but the reason why you've been breadcrumbing me, maybe financially, I don't know whether or not you gave a lot of money to one person, a very small amount to another person. There was some imbalance here, Taurus. It was because they felt that you were about to go through a lot of financial loss in getting divorced. So they sort of put two and two together. But Taurus, what you're telling this person is that's not the case. Yes, there were issues. There were issues here in the situation, but we are not going through a divorce. So this is you speaking to someone. Could be parents that you might have hoped to help financially and they're a bit surprised that you haven't. It could be they're getting much older. It could be relating to children, Taurus. But you're going to have a sit-down conversation with this person and say, basically, don't stress. All right, Taurus. Here we go, guys. Angel answers. Archangel Michael, what do the angels want to say, please, to my lovely Taurians? Listen to your intuition, yeah? I think, Taurus, you have intuited that someone here was feeling very stressed, that you were about to go through divorce. They sort of pieced everything together. They felt that you were hiding something, Taurus, and they got very, very worried. Okay. If there were issues in, say, a marriage, Taurus, what you're not telling this person is there were major issues, but you have recovered the situation with your partner, okay? You also want to try and recover this person's sense of peace and balance in a family situation, because what you're realizing is they've gone down a rabbit hole, very, very stressed out, feeling as if there's going to be a tower moment. And so you're rushing in to say, oh, no, don't worry, okay? All right. So Taurus, that is your reading. I hope it's been helpful. Take care of you. Have a lovely weekend. And we're now moving to the sign of Gemini. So gems, here we go, guys. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Hope you've enjoyed the Valentine's readings. They were really, really short because I had to fit in the 2026 overviews the month before. And I've been renovating this house, this little tiny cottage. And to be honest with you, it's been a bit chaotic. So anyway, what do we have, Archangel Michael, for my lovely Geminis? Friday, the 20th of Feb, 2026. What do we have for my Geminis? Thank you, Michael. What do we have for Gem? Okay, how weird. Gemini, I'm seeing you deleting a load of pictures off your phone and sighing as if, oh, you know, as if it's a shame. Are you breaking off with someone? Are you telling someone you can't be with them? Are you ending a relationship? But it's almost as if, Gem, you wish that wasn't the case, but you've got no choice. I don't know, guys. But it's as if you're erasing those memories because it's too painful. Something like that. 8 of Wands. Okay, communication. All right, about the Ace of Wands, about a one-night stand, about an affair situation. And Gemini, you've been healing. You've been pulling back, healing. 8 of Coins. You're thinking about finances. And with the energy of the Hermit, you've been doing a lot of soul searching. Okay, Gemini, I think this is really clear. You might have been in an affair situation with a Virgo, or you may potentially be married to a Virgo. But Gemini, what I think we have here is you quietly closing out a cycle of a third-party affair. I don't know whether or not this was found out. I don't know whether or not there was danger of this being found out. And Gemini, you freaked out. But I think this is you bringing an affair situation to a close. You may have shared lovely photographs. You might have met in secret. You're sort of, in the nicest sense, Gem, you're letting it go. I'm also hearing the words, you're cleaning up your act. I'm seeing somebody wiping down a surface with antiseptic wipes. You are cleaning up your act, okay? You may also be getting rid of any evidence that an affair took place, just in case, right? Just in case your partner picks up your phone. I'm getting that, guys. High Priestess. Okay, yeah, this was a secret affair. Gemini, somebody may even have intuited that this happened and it might have freaked you out. How the hell did they know, right? And you've been thinking about your 10 of Pentacles. You've been thinking about your long-term commitment. Yeah, somebody intuited, Gemini, that you were about to walk away from a long-term commitment. Yeah. And with the energy of the 4 of Wands, you were planning, I think, of building a life with your lover. But because this was found out, Gemini, I think you decided, I have to let this go. I have to let this go. Somebody intuited what was going on here. Somebody found out the secret. Knight of Coins. Yeah. Somebody recognized exactly what was going on. Yeah. And there was a lot of conflict between you and your lover. I thought you said we were going to build a life together. I thought you said that you commit to me. Well, Gem, I think what you've relayed to your lover is, look, somebody found out the secret. Somebody cottoned on to what we were hoping to achieve here. There's been a lot of drama ever since. And I'm sorry this is done. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Gemini, Knight of Cups. I've got to be honest, Gemini. I think you still love the third party. I think you do. But there was a Tower moment when someone figured out what was going on. And I think, Gemini, you pulled back and felt very, very stressed. Okay, can't do this. Yeah, no, I don't think we should do this. Somebody very intuitive figured out what was going on, that you were about to walk away from your 10 Pentacles into a new relationship with someone else. Yeah. And I think, Gemini, you brought a halt to this affair. I think for you, this is done. Okay. Wow. Underneath the deck, 7 of Pentacles. You are looking at past mistakes. Oh, should not have moved into this affair situation. Page of Cups. You may be apologizing to the person that found out, whether it was your partner, your kids. Chariot. Yeah. I'm sorry, I was planning on leaving, but I've moved into a temperate place. I'm sorry. Yes, there was an infidelity, because Gemini, you know this person is aware of what you were planning on doing. So if you lie and say you got it all wrong, there's no way I do that, it would be a lie on top of a lie. So you are deciding to be totally honest. You are moving into a temperate place in your long-term commitment because somebody found out the truth. Could have been a Sag, could have been a Pisces, Cancer or Scorpio. Okay. And I think it was just too much for you, Gemini. The burden of this being found out was too much. Yeah. So I think, Gemini, you are patching up your marriage. You're patching up your long-term commitment because the secret came out. The secret came out. All right, Gem. Messages from the angels. Archangel Michael, what do the angels want to say to my Geminis? Ask for help from others. Okay. Gem, you may want to move into sort of mediation with your partner. It may be you want to bring family back together again. Admit the truth. Ask for forgiveness. Yep, Gemini. Look for a sign. I think the angels are with you, Gemini, because what they're saying to you is you've done the right thing, Gemini. This would have hurt your family. This would have caused a nightmare situation for maybe more than yourself, your partner, children involved, loss of finances. I think, Gemini, you are going to be asking for help from other people in order to resolve this family situation. And I think you are detaching from a lover. Okay. All right, my gems. I really hope that's helped you. Take care of you. Have a great weekend. And we're now moving to the sign of Cancer. Hello, my beautiful Cancerians. Thank God it's Friday, guys. Hope you're well. Thank you for being here. So, Archangel Michael, tell us about Cancer. What do my lovely Cancerians need to know, please? Friday, the 20th of Feb, heading into the weekend and into a brand new week. Hope you've enjoyed the Valentine's readings, Cancer. They were only really short ones, but yeah, they were kind of fun. All right, Cancer for my Cancerians. Cancer for my Cancerians. What have we got? What have we got for Cancer? Wheel of Fortune. All right, Cancer, there could be a fortunate turn of events, or you're moving into a new cycle with a lot of celebration. Wow. Okay. Looking good, guys. King of Wands. Ooh, Cancer. Are you moving into a new cycle with a King of Wands? The Death card. Yeah. Everything's transforming. Everything's changing. There is a little bit of burden, Cancer, about the past. You keep looking back as if to say, okay, well, this is great news, celebration, moving into a new cycle, but there's something about the past, Cancer, you might have regretted. I don't know whether or not there was a situation with a Scorpio. Cancer, you may have chosen a King of Wands over a Scorpio and felt a bit bad, you know, ooh, had to let someone down because I've chosen another guy. But Cancer, you seem to be happy, people. 5 of Swords. Okay. Somebody's very upset that you've chosen to reunite with a King of Wands. Somebody's very upset. Somebody's very upset. But Cancer, if you were in a long-term situation with a King of Wands and you've let go of a lover, you may be saying, I'm sorry, but it was just very complicated. There was so much money wrapped up in the marriage, in investments, pension schemes, the house. It was a bit of a mess. This just couldn't work. So you may be patching up a marriage, Cancer, after maybe a dalliance with another guy. But this other guy is not happy you've let him go. 8 of Swords. You're still quite emotional about this. Wow. And we have a King of Cups who could be a Scorpio. Cancer, he's still very emotional about this. He wanted you to choose him, you know. He wanted the two of you to build a relationship together. But I think, Cancer, you have reconciled with your King of Wands. The Fool. You may quietly communicate with a King of Cups. It would have been too risky. I'm sorry. It would have been too risky. Yeah. Cancer, you're coming through as a Queen of Wands. I'm really feeling that. Yes, I mean, we got the King of Cups here, but I feel as if I'm connecting with a female Cancerian who might have been tempted to build a connection with a King of Cups. You could have Aries in your chart, Cancer, for some of you. You were wildly attracted to the King of Cups, a lot of emotion, but you have chosen to reconcile with your King of Wands. That's how I feel. 3 of Coins. Yeah, 2 of Pentacles. You were on the fence as to whether or not you really wanted to build a long-term situation with the King of Cups anyway. You might have simply changed your mind. Yeah, 6 of Coins. Because it might be that you knew you had to go through divorce. You'd have to juggle money, right? You'd have to divide up the money and speak to people about what you were hoping to achieve with the King of Cups. It got too much, Cancer. It was just too daunting for you. It was too stressful for you. And I think you have let the King of Cups down and you have chosen to reunite with a King of Wands. With your King of Wands, maybe this is your partner that you may have felt very distant from for a period of time. Now, if he had issues, which is why you wanted to be with a King of Cups, he stepped up and changed his life and let go of a burden, right? Which could have been him keeping sabotaging the relationship with you, and you two have now patched things up. But I think, Cancer, this is you ending a third-party situation. Underneath the deck, we have the 5 of Wands. So there was a lot of conflict when your King of Wands found out about this. You may have threatened divorce unless you sort yourself out, unless you clean up your act, unless you stop cheating on me. I'm going to run off with the King of Cups. I mean, might have been an ultimatum, Cancer. I think he stepped up. He moved into the energy of the Emperor, realizing he was going to lose you, realizing with the 5 of Coins, Cancer, that he left you out in the cold. I think he's been really working on the connection with you, okay? His Empress, there we go, beautiful Empress energy. Because, Cancer, you gave him a difficult message of truth, which basically was, unless you sort your life out, unless you step up, unless you stop leaving me out in the cold, right? Ooh, thunder outside, can you hear it? Unless you behave like my Emperor, because I'm your Empress, I'm going to head off with the King of Cups. And I think that instigated him to sort himself out. But you've had to let go of the King of Cups. He's not happy. He's not happy. But I've got to be honest, Cancer, you might primarily have been thinking about tangled finances here. We've got a lot of Pentacles energy. Okay, guys? All right. So another reading about ending a third-party situation. And of course, 2026 is all about completions. Add all those numbers together and you reach a 10, right? So Angel answers. Archangel Michael, what do we have for my lovely Cancerians, please? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Remain positive, Cancer, which tells me that there may be luck in you successfully mending a long-term situation. Yeah, if you believe that it's possible, Cancer, I think the angels are behind you in this. They're going to help you. They're going to help both of you. All right. So, my lovely Cancerians, I'm leaving it there. Have a wonderful weekend. Take care of you guys. And we are now moving to the sign of Leo. All right, Leo, here we go. Very interesting. I'm actually hearing third time lucky, and that's strange because I tried to start this reading 3 times for you. Are you trying for a third time to sort something out, to mend a situation, to get into something, Leo? Yeah, I was completely tongue-tied when I started your reading. I tried twice. Words wouldn't come out. Words wouldn't come out. So I don't know if you're tongue-tied, Leo. But let's see, guys, what's going to be happening Friday, the 20th of Feb. Oh, God, why am I feeling so nervous? Leo, you're nervous. Friday, the 20th of Feb, heading into the weekend and into a new week. What's going on with you, Leo? Are you worried about something? Is something just not taking off? Okay. The Queen of Cups. The Fool. The Nine of Cups. The Hermit. Okay. 5 of Cups. All right, Leo. I've got to be honest, guys. I feel as if I'm connecting with a masculine Leo. You may also have Virgo and or Aries in your chart with a Hermit and the Fool. I think, Leo, you've recognized that a Queen of Cups figured out that you took a leap of faith into overindulgence and you don't know what to say to this Queen of Cups. You're sitting feeling guilt, remorse, regret. It's as if, oh my God, she found out, right? Yeah, 4 of Cups. You feel, Leo, she will not forgive you. 4 of Wands. There might have been a set to here within a long-term situation, a marriage. You could be married to the Queen of Cups and she found out about an affair. I think, Leo, with a 9 of Wands, you have distanced yourself to sort of figure out what to do. And you are trying to come up with options as to how to mend this. So, oh gosh, once again, Leo, I think a Queen of Cups figured out that you were overindulgent. You took some kind of leap of faith and a risk, and you have pulled right back now. And what you're thinking about is, how can I mend this? What can I do, right? Knight of Coins. Yeah, Queen of Wands. Yeah. I don't think the Queen of Wands is you, Leo. I think I'm connecting with a masculine Leo who planned on leaving a relationship to commit to a third party coming through as the Queen of Wands. Yeah. But Leo, you were already in a commitment with the Queen of Coins, who I think is the Queen of Cups. Yeah. Yeah. And I think your partner coming through as the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Coins has been having sleepless nights. Oh my God, Leo was planning on leaving me for another woman, right? Yeah. Leo was planning on leaving me out in the cold for another woman. And Leo, you have detached from the third party. That's what I believe. You are doing some soul searching about why you felt you wanted to move into a place of overindulgence. There is guilt, remorse, regret, and you are trying to figure out, Seven of Cups, trying to figure out how to hang on to your relationship. Yeah. So, Leo, underneath the deck, Seven of Coins, you are looking at past mistakes. I should not have done that. Because there might have been a set to with your partner. There might have been a big argument with your partner who might have said to you, what do you think you're doing, Leo? We are married. What are you doing, right? We are married. High Priestess, she might be very intuitive. I mean, you could be married, Leo, to an earth sign with water in her chart, water sign with earth in her chart, but this is your long-term partner. Yeah. Page of Coins. I think, Leo, this is you saying, I am so sorry. This is Olive Branch. I am so sorry for trying to build a connection with a third party. I am sorry I nearly sabotaged this connection. I think you are going to do everything you can, Leo, to try and mend this relationship. Because you were found out, guys. You were found out relating to an affair situation, but more than that, Leo, you may even have been quietly juggling money with the view that you might have wanted to commit to your Queen of Wands, the other woman, in the future, but your partner found out and said, no, Leo, I know what you're up to. I know what you're doing here. This is not happening. We are married, right? You're not going anywhere. She could be a Taurian. She could be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. And Leo, I think this is you thinking, oh my God, she found out. Oh my gosh, it was because of me juggling money or being really frugal with money. She got the wind up. Something's going on here. And maybe, Leo, you admitted the truth. You know? Yeah. My gosh, guys. So another third-party situation bites the dust. Yes. You're hanging on to your relationship. You could have got scared about going through divorce. Or Leo, you may have been holding back from your partner for quite a long time and she sussed what was going on. Okay? Wow, guys. I think it's all going to work out. Here we go. Archangel Michael, what do we have for my Leos, please? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus from the angels. Success. Okay. Leo, you are going to be able to successfully patch up your marriage. It may even be that your partner says, I'm sorry, I was always a little bit overly emotional. I was always very worried all the time about our stability. She may now be moving into a bit more light-hearted frame of mind. It was all about money and, stress about the future. And Leo, you might have got sick of that attitude of your partner and thought, oh, to hell with it, for God's sake, right? And she may now be moving into a very different energy with you, flirting with you, not talking about money and worries the whole time. She may be very different with you now, Leo. Yeah. There's going to be big happy changes and success in you two pulling together again. This is lovely, guys. So, Leo, a beautiful reading for you. Congratulations. I am leaving it there. Take care of you. Have a lovely weekend. And we're now moving to the sign of Virgo. So here we go, my lovely Virgos. How goes it, guys? I hope all is well in your world. Let's head into this and see what's going to be happening for you. Friday, the 20th of Feb, heading into the weekend and into a new week. I'm seeing somebody stamping their foot. Somebody may be making a point. Somebody may be getting cross. Or you stamping out a situation. I don't want to deal with this anymore. Let's get rid of it. I don't know. I'm seeing somebody stamping their foot. Okay. Cards are being slightly awkward. They feel heavy. All right. The Devil. Virgo, the devil. You could be connected to a Capricorn. You could be dealing with what you believe now is a rather toxic situation. The Emperor. Aries energy, the Magician, Virgo, Scorpio, Gemini. The Ten of Wands. Ten of Swords. Okay, Virgo, you are angry and upset. You are really angry and upset. You are somehow connected to a power-hungry, rather dominating, my way or the highway emperor. And all he has manifested is a toxic situation, a toxic environment. And you are basically saying, enough. I'm so burdened by what you've done. I'm having sleepless nights because I feel that you betrayed me. Virgo, you are having a go at this emperor. You're having a go at this emperor. I mean, the emperor and the devil is somebody obsessed with control to the point where it is incredibly unhealthy and damaging to those around them. Virgo, Five of Coins. Virgo, you're giving this emperor a piece of your mind. What you're basically saying is, if you do not change, if you do not sort yourself out, I'm leaving you out in the cold. I'm sick of this, right? I'm sick of this. The Star. We need to heal this. Or you need to seek help because of your controlling ways. You have a problem, says Virgo to the Emperor. Why do you always feel as if it has to be your way? And if you don't get your way, you get angry, you get moody, you move into toxic patterns of behavior. I've had enough. All you have manifested in this connection is me feeling burdened, feeling as if you're betraying me. I don't know if you know for sure, Virgo, your Emperor has betrayed you, but you know he leaves you out in the cold. He may keep tight rein on your finances. You may think, well, why? You know? What you're saying to him is, you need to heal your issues. Your issues with control. This is out of order. Eight of Swords. Yeah. Virgo, you've had enough. You've had enough. I mean, Virgo, this literally could be you. Very compliant, standing in front of your Emperor saying, oh yes, sorry, I said that. Sorry, I did that. Did that annoy you? Did it upset you? Yeah, I'm sorry about that. And Virgo, you are now realizing the truth. You were dealing with a very controlling, narcissistic emperor, where when he cracked the whip, you basically did whatever he said. And you're recognizing that you need to step into your power. And this is you doing exactly that. What the hell am I doing? Why do I act as if I'm subservient to this emperor? No, he's just toxic. You're recognizing the truth. Yeah, Knight of Wands. You're recognizing the truth. He may have had countless affairs on you. He might have taken impulsive action and done stupid things. Virgo, you're realizing that it's time for you to speak your piece. I think you are giving this emperor an ultimatum. Yeah, you are basically saying, unless you sort out your life and behave like a responsible, mature adult, then I'm bringing the tower down. I'm just ending it. I'm sorry. I can't deal with this anymore. Yeah, the world. The world. This is an ultimatum, Virgo. Yeah, Hermit, you are giving this emperor an ultimatum. Yeah. Wow, guys. Now, if this isn't your partner, Virgo, this could be an older masculine in your life who always has to be right, who may indulge in negative patterns of behavior that affect you. You could even be in a situation, Virgo, where you are looking after an elderly father, heaven forbid. I mean, your elderly father may be 85, you may be in your 50s, but he still treats you as if you're 18 and you have to do exactly what he says. You may have been looking after him for several years, but you may not have had a life. You may have felt that he controlled the household still. He wanted to know where you were every single hour of the day. Why was my meal late yesterday? It should be right in front of me. Virgo, this could be an elderly parent. And even though you love your father, for instance, you're recognizing that he's sitting in a negative energy of always wanting to be in control. And this is you snapping. Okay, Tower, you want to be by yourself? Okay, you can be by yourself. I can leave. That's fine. That's fine, says Virgo. That's fine. Yeah, I mean, I have been in an unequal give and take situation for the longest time, right? I have been looking after you or dealing with your manipulative, controlling or miserly mindset. I'm not doing it anymore. Yeah, 9 of Pentacles. You're either saying to this Emperor, I can look after myself. I don't need to be sat next to you, or I don't need to be at your beck and call every 2 minutes, or I can look after myself. If you want to be by yourself, that's fine. I'm not dealing with this pattern of behavior anymore. Not dealing with it. You could be saying to your elderly dad, if you want me to put you into a care home, that's fine. This is the way you're going to do it. Unless you treat me with respect, unless you're more appreciative, unless you actually let me help you, and stop being so dominating, controlling, obsessed with me being at your beck and call every 2 minutes, I'm going to leave. I'm going to leave. So this is either an elderly parent, Virgo, that you're having a lot of issues with, or this is you threatening to leave a marriage, for instance. You know? Yeah, could be. All right, well, if you want to go through divorce, yeah, great. You know, I'll get settlement. I'm going to be sitting in pre-Empress energy. I'm going to be meeting somebody new if you want me to do that. This is the way to do it, says Virgo. You're giving this person an ultimatum, guys. Wow. 5 of Wands. Yeah. Arguments, disagreements, squabbling, right? 4 of Cups. I think this Emperor has realized that you were serious, Virgo, but it's almost as if you don't feel as if you should accept his apology. I mean, he may have tried to apologize for sitting in the energy of the devil, being really controlling. And you're looking at him as if to say, well, it's a bit late now, right? Page of Coins. He may try buying you gifts. I'm sorry, Virgo. But you're sat in the energy of the moon. Is he ever going to change? He may be all about his money. He may be of a very frugal mindset, right? You know, I mean, this is in the nicest sense, somebody buy the cheapest possible thing in the supermarket, and then it has to be in the reduced section. Otherwise, he gets all agitated and starts pulling coupons out of his wallet. And this is you thinking, oh, for God's sake, we are not on the breadline. We are not on the breadline. Just relax. You know? Is it a major problem that I spend, you know, a couple of euros more or a couple of dollars more on something much nicer in terms of food? Do we always have to buy the cheapest stuff? Does it always have to be reduced? Do you always get all stressed out when you haven't got your little points card? I mean, this could be something as simple as that, Virgo. Oh, worried about money, oh, you know, and this is you thinking, oh my God, lighten up. The world's not going to come to an end if you spend a little bit more than usual on a food shop, or if we book a slightly nicer room in a hotel, or if I go to the shops and I buy something in the sales, don't freak out, you know? I mean, it may be about money, Virgo. Somebody's very emotional, juggling money, ooh, right? 5 of Pentacles, obsessed with losing money, obsessed with hanging on to money, could be financial. So, Virgo, you are having a very straight conversation, okay? What you're actually saying is, we are sat in the 10 of Pentacles, okay? So whether or not this is an elderly father who is keeping hold of the purse strings and you are fed up with it, right? Or whether or not this is a partner, Virgo, who is just incredibly tight-fisted, You are sick of this behavior. And you're stamping down on it. You're threatening divorce, or you're threatening to put this person into a care home, right? And I think it's going to do the trick, guys. Underneath that, we have an apology. Yeah, Page of Cups. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Right? Yeah. What do we have from the angels, please, for my lovely Virgos? Look for a sign. Okay. I don't actually think this is a sign from the angels. I think this Emperor is going to begin to show you that he's becoming more relaxed, more appreciative of you, less about his way or the highway. You're going to see a shift in him. You're going to see a change in him. Look for a sign that he's really taken to heart what you've said, Virgo. Okay, get more information. Now, that may suggest there is a reason why he behaves like that. If this is your partner, Virgo, you may not have realized, but he could have been in a situation where he had to face poverty, literal poverty as a child. And it's so deeply ingrained with him that you have to save every single penny, every single cent, right? That he has a very negative attitude, an unhealthily negative attitude towards money, finances. It may be, Virgo, that this may even be someone who's hidden from you the fact that there are actual financial issues. Maybe it's his partner, he didn't want you to know, but there may be a reason why he's been behaving in a very frugal manner. There could actually be serious financial issues he's tried to hide from you. So if that is the case, Virgo, you need to sit him down and say, look, I want to know why you're like this. Is there something you're not telling me? Because we need to be open and honest with each other about that, right? Okay, Virgo, you will see a change in this guy and you may find out something surprising, okay? So Virgo, I'm leaving it there. Take care of you. Have a great weekend. And we're now moving to the sign of Libra. Here we go, my beautiful Libras. It is Friday. Oh, thank goodness for that. I hope you are well. Thank you for being here, guys. So, Archangel Michael, tell us about Libra. What's going on with my Libras, please? Friday, the 20th of Feb, heading into the weekend, into a brand new week. What do we have for Libra? I'm hearing you're in quiet contemplation about quite a serious situation. Okay. You may not be talking to many people. You may be in your head, Libra. The Wheel of Fortune, the Wheel of Destiny, thinking about moving into a new cycle, or thinking about maybe for some of you a lot of money. 7 of Coins, okay. King of Wands. The Hierophant. That card was coming out first. The Devil. Okay. 7 of Wands. Six of Swords. Judgment. Gosh. Libra, major energies here. 7 of Swords. Wow. Wow. Okay. There was a lot of toxicity in the situation. Mind games, manipulation, people wanting to stay in control. People sat in deception. Libra, you are analysing what went down here. You're analysing what went down here. I think Libra, I've got to be honest, guys, I do feel I'm connecting with a masculine. I'm sorry. I think, Libra, you are looking at the fact that in the past, you were sitting on quite a lot of money, a fortune of money. But you made some very poor financial decisions. You took action as the King of Wands to make poor financial decisions. You could have done it by signing a contract. You could have wanted to tie up everything with a nice little bow, put money aside, lock it away for the future. But what you realized was you actually caused yourself a lot of problems, and there might have been arguments and disagreements in your marriage or in a family situation, and everything crumbled with the devil. Everything crumbled. This obsession with making sure everything was nice, neat and tidy. Let's do this, let's do that for the future. You didn't think about what you were doing in the past. You might have put money into a long-term investment that just crashed, right? Whatever you did, it was a massive mistake. And you are looking back at the past thinking, well, I was sat on a fortune of money, but I wasted 7 out of my 10 pentacles because I wanted to do things in a neat and tidy way, because I wanted to plan for the future. What you're realizing now is what you did was a massive mistake. It may also be what you're realizing, Libra, is your partner is obsessed with these mistakes. You could be in a relationship with a Taurian or a Capricorn. They are furious at whatever you did, whatever action you took, because they are saying to you, we are now tied in a situation where we are very stressed about money. 7 of Wands. I think initially, Libra, you were quite defensive, as in you didn't want to admit what you did, but you have managed to move to calmer waters. And I think what you are saying to someone is, okay, I'm ready to face Judgment Day, because you might have done something to try and make a lot of money that fell flat, or you might have done something a little bit on the edge of the law, which came back to bite you. I mean, this could be as simple, Libra, as avoiding paying tax, or, you know, filling out your tax form and thinking, yeah, I actually made a heck of a lot more than that, but I'm not going to tell the tax man. It's all done now. You signed the form, you sent it away, and it may be that you had an inspector that came round and they've called you out. Well, sir, I'm sorry, but you owe us 100,000 in tax. And you're thinking, oh my God, right? Now, I don't know, Libra, there could have been issues with people that you were dealing with. You might have been connected to an Aries, Leo, Sag, masculine. But what you're looking at is, I made some really bad financial decisions in the past. Yeah, the Death card. I don't know, Libra, whether or not you gave someone a heck of a lot of early inheritance and you now find yourself on the breadline. There might have been an issue with a Scorpio. Somebody here sat in a lot of money. You changed someone's life, Libra. But you seem to be looking back thinking, oh, yeah, I shouldn't have done that. Should not have done that. Shouldn't have been so generous, right? You gave someone a wish fulfilled. But Libra, they ended up walking away from you. It's as if, well, thank you very much for the generosity. I'm leaving now. And this is you thinking, oh my gosh, right? They don't care. Yeah. Somebody's closed out a cycle. Thank you for the money, Libra. That's great. Really appreciate that. And they've left you in a very difficult financial situation. Libra. Underneath the deck, the Queen of Wands. There might have been issues with an Aries, Leo, Sag, who was a bit strategic, or an Aquarius, Libra, Gemini female. 8 of Swords. You've been in your head about what happened in the past. Yeah, you were very generous, Libra, but it caused you an awful lot of burden. What you're realizing is, I should not have done that. You are now desperately trying to work on your finances, Libra. in order for you to balance out your life, in order for you to gain some kind of financial stability. You are coming through as a King of Wands. You were obsessed by tying everything up, neat little bow. This is rules, regulations, contracts, right? Okay, that's done. Tick that box. But looking back, what you realized was this was the worst thing you could have done. And it's somehow related to a contract or a lot of money that went to someone sat in the Nine of Pentacles. You transformed this woman's life, but you are now left with very little money. And you're looking back thinking, how stupid was that? I should not have done that. But it's done, Libra. So I don't think this is you being hauled up by the law. I actually think this is you looking back at you being very generous to someone you cared about to help them maybe, but rather than them saying, okay, Libra, well, what can I do to help you? They basically took the money and left. Whoever sat in the Nine of Coins said, thank you very much for my wish come true. I'm off now, Eight of Cups, and she's gone. And Libra, you can't believe it. You may feel betrayed by this pre-empress, right? So guys, moving into angel messages. Archangel Michael, what do the angels want to say to Libra? Okay, wow, spun out the deck. Meditation brings answers. Really think about what situation you're in now, how you can sort out maybe your finances, Libra. Reconsider taking a form of action that you thought you might want to take. Now that could be you taking out a very big loan with high interest. They seem to be suggesting that there is more money. It might be locked away in an investment. It might be you can release early pension money, whatever this is. Don't take any type of risky action because you're stressing out about money. You may be in a better situation than you think. I just believe, Libra, you're looking back thinking, I can't believe that I gave so much money to someone who not only didn't appreciate it, but they've sort of walked off and left you facing financial difficulties. You're angry actually with this woman, but you may be overblowing your financial situation. Okay, so think about things, guys. All right, I am leaving it there, Libra. I really hope it's helped. Take care of you, and we're now moving to the sign of Scorpio. Hello, my lovely Scorpios. This is your TGIF, Friday the 20th of Feb. Lovely to be with you, my Scorps. So, Archangel Michael, what do we have for Scorpio, please? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Friday, the 20th of Feb, heading into the weekend and into a brand new week. 20th of Feb, thank you, Michael, for my Scorpios. I don't know why I'm seeing somebody scratching their nails on a blackboard. You know, it makes that awful squeaky sound that makes people's skin crawl. Nails on a blackboard. I don't know why. Is somebody a teacher? Is somebody wanting to annoy you? Scorpio. Ooh, Queen of Cups. Okay. That's you, my beautiful Scorps. You are facing a tower moment. Oh my Lord, guys. That's Scorpio Aries energy. Six of Pentacles. Five of Swords. Ace of Pentacles. Okay, wow. Scorpio, somebody sabotaged moving forward with you, and instead they are leaving the area with their partner. I think you fell in love with someone, Scorpio, but the tower moment for you was, rather than this person divorcing to commit to you, they sabotaged the connection with you, and I think they patched up things with their partner and they may be leaving the area. Scorpio, High Priestess, this was a secret plan for you to be with someone that you loved. Now, Scorpio, the High Priestess can be you, but this could also be a Pisces in the mix who is very intuitive. Did this person figure out what was going on and the person that you wanted to be with freaked out and just cancelled the plans? Eight of Swords. You can't quite believe that this has happened because you were hoping to move into a wish come true with a person that you might have been hoping would divorce to offer you commitment. A King of Coins, King of Pentacles. He was your wish come true, but it all went under. The Fool. You were planning on building a life together. With the energy of the Devil, though, someone found out and called your King of Pentacles out, and I think everything went under. Yeah, someone called him out for sitting in ego, wanting to win, hoping to detach from another person, and the truth came out. Yeah, could have been found out by his wife, who might be either a Capricorn, an Aries, or a Taurian. So, Scorpio, the plan is scuppered. You're sitting there a bit shocked. Wow, I thought we were building a life together. I thought you were going to divorce to commit to me. You're leaving. You're not divorcing now. Not only that, are you moving into a new situation with your partner? Are you guys selling the house? Are you moving to another area? It's as if, Scorpio, you can't believe it. And it's because somebody realized what was going on, what this King of Pentacles was planning all along. And you're sort of sitting there in the rubble of the tower thinking, well, what do I do now? Underneath the deck, Four of Pentacles. Yeah. You were holding on to this guy committing to you in the future. What you're realizing now is, with the Queen of Swords, he's holding back strength. He's holding back. You're angry. He might just be apologizing to you. I'm sorry, but I can't do this. He may be talking to you about kids. He may be talking to you about the past. He may even be saying to you, Scorpio, one of the children found out, I've been looking at past mistakes. He may be saying to you, I actually can't afford to divorce. I'm really sorry, but I can't be with you. Yeah, enlightenment. I think one of the children became enlightened at what this guy, this King of Pentacles, was about to do. Might have spoken to their mother about this. Mom, I think Dad's having an affair. I think he's about to leave you. Everything went under. Everything disintegrated, Scorps. And I'm so sorry if you're a heartbroken third party here. But this King of Pentacles, I think, has not only decided to patch up a marriage, but he may be leaving the area to start all over again with his partner. Okay? Wow, guys. So, angel answers, guys. Archangel Michael, what do the angels want to say to Scorpio? In the near future, okay. In the near future, get more information. All right, Scorpio, there may be a couple of very serious reasons why he realized that he just couldn't be with you. He couldn't follow through with his plans. It might be to do with money. It could be kids. It could be his wife found out the plan. It might be he's realizing, looking at finances, he can't afford to divorce. But you will find out the reasons why he now cannot do this. He can't be with you, all right? Oh, Scorps, I'm sorry, you know, guys, because I feel you were hoping to build a life with a man that you fell in love with. So this will be difficult for you. But just know everything happens for a reason. This obviously was not meant to happen for you and this guy, all right? So Scorps, I'm leaving it there. Take care of you. And we are now moving to the sign of Sagittarius. Okay, my Saggies, how goes it, guys? Let's see what's going on for you. Energies over the weekend and into a fresh new week. Friday, the 20th of Feb, 2026. Still can't get used to saying that. I think I'm somewhere back in October 2025. Anyway, what do we have for my lovely Sagittarians over the next few days? Thank you, Michael. Okay, I'm seeing somebody looking at a computer and they're raising their eyebrows and saying, oh, that's much better than I thought. Okay, there could be some good news you find out online. Yeah, okay. Let's just see, Saggy. 7 of Wands. You're highly protective of your personal life at this time. And I don't know where that came from. I don't usually say things like that. But this is you just wanting to keep your private life to yourself. A little bit defensive. You're looking at facing something that was disappointing. Enlightenment leading to you feeling just a bit down about something. Ace of Wands. Okay. Was there enlightenment about an affair? 2 of Wands. You've been standing at crossroads. Sag, I think you found out that someone had an affair. Could have been something here to do with a Leo. I don't know. But I think this disappointed you and you pulled back and you have been concentrating on your own stability. 2 of Swords. Wow, you may have cut this person out of your life. You may have thought to yourself, okay, you know, I'm actually hearing I'm on my own. I'm going to be fine. I'm going to be fine. You are simply deciding to make some serious decisions, Sag, in the month of February. Yeah, you're in your head. You are now realizing I have to make some serious decisions for my own future so I'm going to be okay, because you found out that someone had a fling. So this is either you thinking, oh my gosh, okay, I'm getting divorced in the near future. I've got to be savvy about my money. Or, oh my gosh, you know, I'm not going to be receiving a certain amount of money I expected because somebody had a fling and somebody else is getting divorced. Whatever this is, I don't know why I feel this is financial. You're now pulling right back. You have cut out the person that you're very disappointed in, very upset with, and you are thinking, all right, got to make some serious choices here, okay? Yeah, 3 of Wands. You may be thinking of moving, leaving, starting a brand new life, moving areas. You may be upset with a King of Cups. You may be upset with a Pisces, Cancer or Scorpio masculine who might have sat in ego with a 6 of Wands, might have wanted to win. You are deciding, Saggy, to move to calmer waters. It's as if, all right, I'm cutting my losses. I need to think about my future now. I need to think about my happiness now. And you may be seeking justice. Or you may be moving away from the area, Saggy, and getting a job elsewhere. And it's something to do with becoming enlightened that someone had a fling and you are deciding to simply sever the tie with that person. As in, all right, I'm on my own. I've got to make some serious decisions here. Yeah? I think you're moving away from the area, Saggy, something like that, the Chariot. There might have been issues with a Cancerian or a Scorpio. And I don't know why I said Scorpio. Okay. I mean, this is you thinking, I'm out of here, right? I'm out of here. Knight of Coins. I've got enough money. I'm going to be okay. Wow, the Death card, Scorpio. Might have been something to do with the Scorpio. Yeah. Something ended, Sag, very, very quickly as far as you are concerned. And you thought, I'm going to cut my losses. I'm just going to go, right? Yeah, wow. Four of Coins. You are hanging on to your money. You're holding back. You are holding back on spending as well. You may be detaching from a Capricorn, or you're holding back from what might have become a toxic situation. And yeah, Sag, you are walking away. It's as if this is really done. This is really done. Okay, I'm on my own. Let's check my bank balance, right? Let's see if I can find a job in another area. You are turning your back because of disappointment following enlightenment about an affair, and it might somehow have been linked to you and your finances. That's what I'm getting. Yeah. So guys, let's move into angel answers. All right, guys, here we go. Yeah, I'm kind of getting a see you later, Felicia type energy. I'm off. You do what you want to do. I'm going to be okay. I'll leave you in your toxic situation. Yeah. All right, what do we have for the angels for Saggy? Thank you, Michael. No need to worry. Sag, you're going to be fine. The angels are saying, don't stress. Don't stress, Sag. You're going to be all right, guys. Within the next few months, you're going to be fine. So if you're a bit stressed now, guys, if you are facing a massive life change, okay, don't worry. Within the next few months, things are going to smooth over with you, or for you, I should say. You're going to be fine. All right, people? So, Saggy, I am leaving it there. Have a great weekend. Thank you for being here. And we're now moving to the sign of Capricorn. Hello, my beautiful Cappies. It is lovely to be with you guys. Happy Friday. So let's jump in, find out what the cards have to say. Friday, the 20th of Feb, heading into the weekend and into a new week. What do we have for my Cappies? Thank you, Michael. I keep seeing the number 3. I don't think this is anything to do with a third party. You may be dividing up money 3 ways. You could be dealing with 3 people. You could have 3 projects on the go. You could be earning 3 streams of income. There's something here about 3. There's something here about 3. The Devil. Okay. Capricorn energy. The Star. Wow. Cappy, I mean, this could be you moving into a wish come true situation. Simply that. Ace of Swords, because you're cutting something or someone out of your life. And you're going to feel very happy about that. I mean, this is you feeling victorious. I've done it, right? Page of Wands. Okay, Caps, there may be an argument. You may be detaching from an Aquarian, a Leo, a younger fire sign, but you have decided, okay, that situation is done. I'm free. I feel liberated. I feel cleansed. Cappy, whatever this is really good news. This might have been someone just clutching hold of you, you know, financially, emotionally. This could have been someone who caused you a lot of problems. It's as if, okay, that's done now. You're feeling a sense of relief. 6 of Coins. This might have been someone you had to give money to for quite a long time. Ace of Cups, but Cappy, you are now sat in self-love and you have made a choice, Gemini energy, to simply let go of someone and celebrate. Wow. Page of Cups, somebody may be wanting to apologize to you. But you're going to hold back, Capricorn. Leo energy, you're holding back from letting this person back in your life. King of Wands, could be a King of Wands if you're a feminine. If you're a masculine, you have taken charge. 9 of Swords. I think whoever this person is stressing out because what they're realizing is they are on their own. You are no longer going to be giving to them, helping them financially or sorting out their problems. They're on their own. You're cutting free of this person. King of Pentacles, this is you, maybe. Or if you're a feminine, Cappy, you might have moved on and chosen another guy. Okay? But Caps, it's done. It is sorted. You're not looking back. It's as if a weight has been lifted. The Hierophant could have been someone who was obsessed with rules and regulations. Could have been someone who was very unpleasant to you. Nasty words. Could have been someone who was a karmic soulmate, Capricorn. You might have had issues in going around and around and around in cycles with this person. 5 of Swords, they might have sabotaged situations that they moved into, caused themselves problems, or they might have kept sabotaging the connection with you. I think with the Ace of Pentacles, Cappy, I think you're either detaching from this person or you're simply realizing that they're leaving. They're leaving the area. They're moving out of living with you. Could be even a toxic flatmate. Knight of Wands. What you're thinking about is, yeah, thank God for that. Good riddance. Good riddance. And with the 7 of Wands, you do not want this person back. It's as if, oh, thank God I got rid of you. Oh, I can breathe again, right? Yeah, I think this person brought a lot of negative, toxic energy into your life, clung on to you, or might have been a bit obsessed with you. Cappy, you've got rid of this person, and there's almost a sense of celebration, guys. I can cleanse myself of this person's energy. I've cut them out of my life. Victory and success. Great. Don't come back. Right? Don't come back. Okay, guys. Could even be, you know, one of these friends who always wants you to bail them out, always has problems, bangs on your door at 3 o'clock in the morning. I've lost my house keys, you know. Can I kip on your couch? Oh, my boyfriend had issues or my girlfriend had issues. You know, can I talk to you about it, Capricorn? This could be somebody who, you know, was wrapped up in drinking too much at the weekends, always passed out drunk on a Friday night. I mean, whoever this was caused you a lot of problems. And Cappy, you're free of this person now. So guys, Archangel Michael, what do we have from the angels, please? Yeah. Okay. This might even have been someone who had a very negative effect on you, Cappy. You know, dragged you out into bars late into the night. You spent too much money when you were with this person. You drank too much when you were with this person. You did other things you shouldn't have done when you were with this person. Cappy, you may be concentrating on your health. Now this person is sort of out of your life. Yep, it's as if, thank goodness, they've gone. Yeah. There's something better, Capricorn. So this might have been someone that you were attracted to, that you started a relationship with, but bitterly regretted it. You might have seen another side to this person. It may be, Capricorn, that you're realizing, I feel better in myself, my physical body. I feel so much better without this person in my life. It could even have been energetically. You might have felt this person carried a lot of internal wounds or carried a lot of negative dark entity energy. And you may have felt energetically better when they were out of your space. Could even have been someone very toxic in the workplace that's now left. Yeah. Cappy, you're sort of dusting your hands off. Great, they're not going to be back. I don't think they will be. No. So guys, I am leaving it there. Have a lovely weekend, and we're now moving to the sign of Aquarius. Here we go, my lovely Aquarians. Oh, my voice is going. Sorry, guys. Here we go. Let's see what's going to be happening, Aqua. So, Archangel Michael, what do we have for Aquarius? Friday, the 20th of Feb, heading into the weekend, into a new week. What do we have for Aquarius? Masculine or feminine? Thank you, Michael. Okay, Aquarius, you're taking charge. A very strong energy coming through. You are not taking anyone's excuses. You are not going to be, I'm hearing, made to feel stupid, as if you don't know what you're talking about. You know exactly what you're talking about, Aquarius. You are taking charge somehow. Somehow, guys. Yeah. 3 of Cups. 4 of Swords. Okay, Aquarius, you may have already taken charge and you are celebrating a victory, and you're pulling back to sort of think about what you've been through. You might have been through a battle and you're healing. Page of Coins. Somebody may be wanting to apologize to you. Could be a Virgo with the energy of the Hermit. Yeah, but you have successfully closed out a cycle, Aquarius, and it's done. And there's a sense of, I had to stand up for myself, I had to be assertive, I had to put up strong boundaries, but I've won, right? Victory and success. Wow, guys. Yeah, you've somehow beaten the devil. There might have been issues with a Capricorn or an Aries. Yeah. Wow, Aquarius. You may even, for some of you, be looking at the fact that you jumped straight into a toxic situation, but you didn't realize it was toxic until you were fully embroiled in it, and you've just managed to sort of climb out of this quagmire, you know? Yeah, you've detached. Ace of Swords. It is done because you found out the truth. And after you found out the truth, that gave you the perfect excuse to walk away. Yes. 9 of Wands. Whoever was sat in the devil, Aquarius, is looking very guilty. Yeah, because they know they somehow betrayed you. Wow. I'm sorry, guys, if you went through that. Okay, they could have betrayed you with a lover, or this could be a Gemini who betrayed you. King of Wands. Wow. Aquarius. Could have been a King of Wands who betrayed you. They are going to apologize, Aquarius, but I actually don't think you want anything to do with this person anymore. Whatever you found out was enough for you to think to yourself, oh my God, this is toxic. I have to get out of here, right? Underneath the deck, 8 of Swords. I think, Aquarius, you swung from feeling very angry about that to feeling very emotional about that. There could have been issues with a younger fire sign, or this could simply be somebody who was a serial cheater. You may even have helped this person out financially and lost money in the process. They caused you a huge amount of problems. They caused you so much burden, Aqua. Yeah, wow, listen to the thunder, guys. Wow. Could have been a Scorpio. Yeah, this person brought a lot of conflict into your life. But I feel the angels are with you and you've now moved into a temperate place. There may have been problems for some of you with a Sag, but Aqua, you're out of it. They will be apologizing. They will be apologizing. The person most at fault was this King of Wands. Was this King of Wands. But Aquarius, you're done. You are done. You are manifesting walking away. Good for you guys. And there will be a sense of celebration. All right. Archangel Michael, what do we have for Aquarius, please? Improving health. Aquarius, this person may have made you feel depressed. You may have had sleepless nights. You may have suffered with anxieties, panic attacks. You're going to be feeling so much better now this person is out of your life. Yeah, there's something better, Aquarius. A nicer person, a much more comfortable situation, right? Yeah. So Aqua, celebrate the victory of detaching from this person. move into a place of healing and self-protection. They will try to come back, to pull you back in. But I think, Aquarius, the truth came out and it was toxic. And what you're thinking about is, I know that I was right in choosing to walk away because this person betrayed me. There was betrayal here. Yeah. So my lovely Aquas, you are out of it. Hold your head high, move forward, don't look back. Okay, guys. And let's now move to the final sign of Pisces. Hello, my gorgeous Pisces. So guys, let's have a look, see what the next few days are going to bring you. Hope you're well. Thank you for being here, my beautiful Pisces. So Archangel Michael, what do we have for my fishies, please? Friday, the 20th of Feb, moving into the weekend, into a brand new week. What do we have for my Pisces? Thank you. Okay, I don't know why I'm hearing in a split second she was gone, and in a split second she was gone. Okay, Pisces, are you just detaching? Are you a masculine thinking, oh my God, she was there one day, she's gone the next? Okay, what's going on here? Magician, Virgo, Scorpio, Gemini. King of Wands. The Fool. Three of Swords. Wow. Okay, Pisces, why do I feel as if you have totally cut contact with the King of Wands? Totally. And they can't quite believe you've just gone. That's it, right? Wow. This King of Wands was hoping to manifest keeping you in his life, but he took a leap of faith and a risk, did something really foolish. He broke your heart, and I think, Pisces, you are blocking the King of Wands. I think you are blocking, or you have blocked the King of Wands. Okay. Gemini energy, because of a choice he made, or he may have been unfaithful, and he put you in the Nine of Swords energy. He caused you a lot of pain, a lot of stress, because he did something risky. Wow, Pisces, seriously, 10 of Swords. Oh my Lord. Okay, guys, I am so sorry. I am so sorry, Pisces. Whatever this King of Wands did, he did something risky. It could have been to do with love. It could have been to do with an environment, your family, your situation, your lifestyle, your finances. I don't know. But he did something risky. And he basically caused you to sit in a lot of stress, sleepless nights, feeling betrayed. Ace of Cups. You are now sat in self-love. I also want to say, Pisces, you may be sort of purifying yourself, getting rid of this sticky, toxic energy he brought into your life. Guys, the Sun. There was enlightenment about a lover, or enlightenment that he made a choice which negatively affected you to the point, Pisces, where it might have taken you quite a long time to not only come to terms with this, but to figure out what you were going to do after this. Could have been a Leo, if not a Gemini. Whoever this person is going to apologize. But he left you out in the cold. He might also have had something to do with putting you in a very difficult situation financially. Justice. Wow. Pisces, you feel it's justice. Pisces, you feel justified in cutting this masculine out of your life. You feel justified in doing so. Yeah. There was a blazing argument. There was a massive row. There might even have been issues here with a child. And I think, Pisces, you have just blocked him. Two of Swords. That's it. That's it, Pisces. You are really done. Wow. Temperance. You are trying to balance out a family situation, or there might have been issues with a Sag. You're looking at the past. 6 of Cups. Wow, listen to the thunder, guys. 7 of Cups. Pisces, you were very confused about what exactly was going on in the past. You might have found out a few things that shocked you. It could have related to a marriage or a Taurian, or somebody took a course of action that was legal. The Hierophant can be contracts, agreements, legalities in the past. The Death card, Scorpio, might have related to a Scorpio, or it might have related to inheritance, right? Death and a contract, will, inheritance. And Pisces, High Priestess, you are no longer speaking to someone here. You're shocked. You're shocked. It could be someone decided to cut you completely out of the will for no real reason, for no valid reason, and you've just found out. It could be somebody here had an affair and you're facing going through divorce. There was a secret here, a choice was made, and whatever that choice was, it pulled you into sleepless nights and a sense of betrayal. And I think, Pisces, you felt so heartbroken that you have completely detached from this person. Wow, guys. Yeah. I mean, this was very stressful for you. This was very stressful for you guys. This is you feeling burdened. This person simply wanted to win. Win against you or gain some kind of victory over you. And Pisces, now they're looking back, probably feeling remorse. They've lost you, but you're not really wanting to accept their apology, because Pisces, whatever they did was somehow deceptive. They didn't tell you what they were doing, or they hid something from you, or they organized an agreement that you knew nothing about. And when you found out what this was all about, Pisces, you felt betrayed. Now, guys, you could be reliving this. This could have been something that happened a while ago, but you're reliving this because this person may be jumping back into your life to say, okay, Pisces, it was a few months ago. I'm really sorry. Can we patch things up? This could be you reliving something that happened a while ago. And that is the case for some of you. You may say to this person, I'm sorry, but no. Because of what you did, I had to spend time sorting myself out financially, trying to get myself balanced, and I was furious about this for the longest time. It could be something that happened a while ago, Pisces, that you're sort of reliving because they're wanting to come back to apologize. But I think for you, it's done. Okay, guys. Wow. You're standing strong, Pisces, and I think you're going to be sitting in a place of peace. You are sitting in a place of peace already, I feel, guys, but this hasn't been easy. Angel answers. Archangel Michael, what do we have from the angels, please, for my Pisces? Listen to your intuition. Okay, guys, they're coming back. They're coming back. Listen to your intuition. They're going to come back in the near future, and they want you also to sit in a very intuitive energy when they come back as well, because Pisces, if they betrayed you in the past and they're coming back because they somehow want your help, or they, are feeling very guilty about what happened in the past, the angels are saying this is someone who is quite strategic. This is someone sat in ego. This is someone who likes to win. This could be somebody who feels that they need your help now. But Pisces, this is someone who pulled you into a very, very difficult situation. And the angels are saying, just be aware they're coming back, okay? You may just want to block them. You may say to them, I don't want to see you. You may change your number. I don't know. But Pisces, remember, you are sat in self-love. You may have already got yourself into a place of balance, okay? There's going to be good news coming in for some of you, but just be aware this person's coming back around, all right? So, my lovely Pisces, I'm leaving it there. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Take care of you guys. Have a wonderful weekend. And, of course, I'll be back before you know it with your next set of readings. See you soon, guys. Bye now.